Scrapbooking.com magazine is proud to bring you the following paper cutting systems article from our October 2011 issue, Pumpkin Scroll Card by author and artist Christine Vanderwood for Pazzles. The air is crisp, school has started, and the leaves are turning colors. Yes, autumn has really arrived. I may want summer to last, but I have to admit I do love the colors of fall. One of my favorite things to do in the fall is to visit the local pumpkin patch. Round orange pumpkins lie all over the ground with leafy vines trailing everywhere. Inevitably, I'm inspired to make a card featuring a pumpkin. This pumpkin scroll card started with a pumpkin cutting file from the Pazzles Craft Room image library. I used my Pazzles Inspiration Studio software to create the pumpkin vines, the frame, and the title. The scrolling vines are created from the scrolls in the pumpkin. In the software, I cut, resized, and redesigned the scrolls to get the look I wanted. Then I joined everything together using the welding tool in the software. I really love the fact that I can use my Pazzles Inspiration to cut the entire frame in one piece. No need for cutting 3 or 4 copies of the pumpkin and hand trimming to get what I want. Instead, I can enlarge, reduce, stretch, add or take away parts, creating as I go to get the perfect look. The Pazzles Inspiration gives me the freedom to create my own designs without having to buy cartridges. Plus, I can use almost any font, whether I find it on the internet or I have it already on my computer. Best of all, there's no additional expense. I used a font from a popular scrapbooking site for this card. I tweaked it a bit in the Inspiration Studio software to make it fit and added a vine to it as well. I also typed brackets from a font and used it as the foundation for making the frame and the card. Why settle for a plain rectangle when you can get any shape you want so easily? If you like this card, you can find the file in the Pazzles Craft Room. The Craft Room is a membership community for Pazzles Inspiration owners and has projects, tutorials, forums, images, and more. In short, everything you need to make your cutting and crafting uniquely your own. Here are the supplies you'll need for this project. 1 12x12 sheet of solid deep terracotta cardstock. 1 12x12 sheet of olive or forest green cardstock. A half a sheet of 12x12 orange cardstock, and a half a sheet of 12x12 gold cardstock. You'll need some glue, raffia, chalk or inks for accenting, and some copper or cinnamon colored Stickles glitter glue. To make the card, start by downloading the pumpkin file from the Pazzles Craft Room, or use a pumpkin file of your choice. Open the pumpkin cutting file in the Inspiration Studio software and make a copy. You'll be cutting away parts of the copy, but will want to keep a complete pumpkin for the card. Use the eraser tool to separate the large scroll from the rest of the pumpkin. Use the Move Point tool to join and shape the ends. Make several copies of the scroll. Use the Cut Straight Line tool to cut away any parts of the scroll you don't want. Copy parts or use one of the other copies to make more pieces. Move around as desired. Then weld the pieces together. Smooth out the cut areas with the Replace by a Segment or Replace by an Arc tool. Make a second vine from one of the scroll copies. Make a small vine for the top of the pumpkin. Also make a pumpkin stem starting with a rectangle and using the Break and Move tool to shape it. In the software, type a left and a right bracket. Brackets do not change a lot between fonts, so you'll only have a few styles to select from. Spread the brackets out. Draw long, thin rectangles and join them to the brackets to create a frame. Make a copy to use as the base for the card. Position the vines as desired on the frame. Join the vines to the frame using the Weld tool. Add a title to the frame if desired. Make a backing for the frame by using the Outline tool in the software. Outline the bracket frame with the vines. I use a setting of 0.10 for my outline. Make a card by enlarging the remaining bracket frame. Delete the inside part. Duplicate the shape and mirror it. Replace the middle lines with a perf line for folding. Chalk or ink the pieces and add Stickles glitter glue accents as desired. Assemble the card, making sure you tuck the pumpkin behind the vine before gluing the vine down. Then add a raffia bow. Please visit the Pazels craft room for complete instructions for this project. To find the products mentioned in this Pazels article and shown in these layouts, check with your local scrapbook retailer. Browse our premier retail stores for coupons to a store near you. We hope you enjoyed this article. Don't miss the rest of the great articles and features in this month's issue of Scrapbooking.com magazine.